So today, let's have a little talk about nutrition. Obviously, it's something that's really important when you couple it with exercise. Everybody talks about exercising and diet and nutrition and what works and what doesn't work. I'm just going to talk about a few things that I found really helpful with as far as nutrition is concerned. So, first of all, you hear people generally talking about this eating clean. So what you really need to focus on with this is just trying to eat foods that are not man-made. So if a caveman couldn't make what you're eating, then it means it's a no-go. So if you're walking through the supermarket and you're seeing things in really fancy packages, and if it says healthy, it's all generally really good marketing. So if it says it's low fat, really healthy, healthy living, a lot of these things, if it comes in a packet, then it's been man-made and it's been made in a factory. And generally, if you look at the contents, there's quite a lot of chemicals, and it might be low fat, but it'd be very, very high in sugar and quite high in other chemicals and other products. So really what you're looking for is to eat clean, is fruit, vegetables, and generally things that would be available to you without having to machine make or man make, if you like. So think along this whole caveman diet, because generally as human beings, our physiology hasn't changed since we were cavemen. So if you think what would have been available to somebody at that time and what's actually available to humans now, we have so much lovely food that we're kind of, it's all available to us. So my advice always, as far as diet is concerned, to anybody who wants advice, is try not to eat anything that's processed. So try and cook for yourself at home. The next thing is always avoid sugar. So you hear a lot of people saying about avoiding sugar, avoiding sugar. Sugar is something that we would get naturally from things like fruit. So adding sugar to things is something, especially refined sugars, is something that you really want to avoid. There's so many hidden sugars as well in products. So be really mindful when you're looking at something, just how much sugar has been put in it. People also say about protein diets, avoiding carbohydrates completely. As much as you don't want to have too much carbohydrate in your diet, you do need some for energy, but again, look for good carbohydrates. So look for brown rice, look for anything that's not too starchy as well. So yes, you can eat pasta, but not too often. If that helps you, I mean, there are some cultures that eat a lot of pasta, but they wouldn't be coupling that with pasta, chocolate, bread, and everything else they could find that was sugary. So avoid sugar, and that's generally a good starting measure to start from. Avoid sugar and eat as clean as you can. Avoid sugar, avoid chemicals. Another thing that I found really useful is the timings of day that you eat. You hear a lot of people now talking about these fasting diets and the 5-2s and this. They actually work quite well. I've seen people get quite nice results from doing these fasting diets. So for myself, I tend to use just intermittent fasting, which is generally throwing out this whole thing about breakfast being the most important meal of the day. And I know there are tons of people that are going to disagree on this straight away, because it also works by having 5 healthy meals a day to keep your metabolism moving. And if that works for you, that's absolutely great. So you either have 5 lots of healthy meals or small meals and keep your metabolism moving that way. But what I found worked for me was actually cutting out breakfast and actually having breakfast, if you like, maybe at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then eating all of my calories for the day, so maybe 2,500 calories if I'm working out, in between the hours of 10 and 6. After 6, I allow my body to fast until 10 o'clock the next day, and then you start the process again. So this is done every day, not 5-2. You just do this, I just repeat this every single day. This I found really, really helpful. It allows my body to process all of the calories overnight. And in the mornings, I just drink either black coffee, herbal tea, generally just keep the water, keep yourself hydrated as much as you can in between the fasting zones. You can change the times. I just prefer to do it 10 till 6 because I can eat during that time. If you're going out for a meal, you can always change it so you start at 12 and you finish again at 8. This again is just a life hack that some people found really, really effective. Myself included, I've managed to maintain my weight quite happily while being on holiday just by keeping to these timings and then going for a walk. So added with exercise, I found that really, really useful. So that's just a few ideas of what you can do with diet. Keep everything clean. Try not to eat food that's too processed and man-made. avoid sugars and avoid overeating either fats or carbohydrates or too much of any one thing. And if you can add in any sort of fasting or just try to eat small meals, lots of small meals through the day, then either way you've just got to keep that metabolism going. So that's what I would recommend, and I'll give you another video soon. If you want any other information, you can contact me, lauren-bennett.co.uk, or go to my website and obviously subscribe if you want to. I'd like to see you again. Take care. Bye.